chase him down in the run because he's pretty shy.
And who is this?
This is Randy. This is our rooster, our beautiful rooster. I don't know, its light is fading if you can see all this beautiful
you can
copper
see it.
color. And we've got all of this teal and emerald coloring here.
And what kind of rooster is Randy?
He is a Black Copper Maran. He is 19 weeks old today. So he's got some growing to do yet, but he's still a pretty big boy. He's an excellent rooster. He protects his girls, watches out for the hawks. If I go out on the porch and tell him that his girls need to get back down towards the run, he'll chase them down. Make sure everybody's bedded down at night.
And for those who don't know, that's what roosters are supposed to do.
That's right.
Some can be really mean. We had one that we had for Pozole the other night because he was too mean.
Yes, and he wasn't as old as Randy. He was going to just get more aggressive than he already was, and he was already terrorizing all of the hens. So now we just have Randy, which is fine. He's got 9 girls, but we have 2 other Black Copper Marans.
The females, yeah, they're already, it's getting pretty late here, so they're starting to bed down, but
they're
right there. Yeah, they knocked the food thing over.
Yeah, they got my...
And
but this is my boy.
And the plan is with the Black Copper Marans to breed them, correct?
Correct. They are dual-purpose birds. So they are excellent egg layers. Their eggs tend to stop. Their eggs tend to be almost chocolate color. And then they are also being dual-purpose. They're good meat birds. But Randy's not destined to that.
No, Randy's going to be a papa.
To be the daddy of all of them.
He just spit everywhere. All right, well, you can go ahead and let him down, Mom. I know he's stressed trying to get his girls in bed for the night. Let's get him in there. And while she's doing that, I'm going to show you guys our coop setup. All right, guys, so one of the things with us, not just with chickens, but with everything in general, we believe very much of using what you have in your hands and the resources that you have, and then entrusting them to God as you steward them well to provide more and better resources for what you need. And so I'm going to turn this camera around and I'm going to show you our current coop setup. It's getting a little bit dark out here, so it's a little bit shadowed. I'll try to get a better picture next time we're out here. But so our entire coop is made, and I apologize for the stuff on the ground right there. They had some treats out here earlier and they have trampled the bowls they weren't in. But our entire coop setup is all repurposed or things that were given to us. And so except for, I take that back, except for the hardware cloth. We did get that. This is not super secure as far as a run goes. So we are in the process of purchasing and saving for a better run and coop that's actually made for this. One right here, this bigger, basically box coop here. This is actually a dog house that somebody was getting rid of because they were moving out of state and they couldn't take it with them. And so we got it for a steal. And then this coop right here was actually given to us from a neighbor when they upgraded theirs to a bigger one. So all of it is repurposed. We've recycled as much as we could, reused what we could from the garden. And now this is what we're using for the moment. And so it has worked sufficiently to this point. We've only lost a couple chickens, and one of them we're pretty sure a hawk got in the middle of the day. She was very small. She was the smallest one we had, and she was a silky. Her name was Pom Pom, but she just disappeared one day. And then we had a meat broiler that we think was a possum because he got pulled through the tractor that he was in. We had a yard tractor for our meat broilers, and he got pulled through. And then a couple days later when we set the trap out, we've caught 2 possums now. So we're pretty sure it was a possum that got him. There are feathers everywhere, so we know it was a predator. But that's all that we've lost. The rest of our chickens have been fairly safe. We make sure that they're locked up at night and secure, and then they free range and they're out during the day when we're out here and can kind of keep an eye on them. And they're big enough now that I don't think the hawks generally mess with them. I suppose an eagle might, if it was big enough, right? Maybe. The hawk could take what?
The females are bullets. Maybe not Ida Bell, our biggest one, but some
of the smaller ones, yeah, still. So we're usually out here and watching. Yeah, but like Mom said, we also have the dog. She has a little Chihuahua that's a great chicken dog, by the way. And we have Randy the rooster, which brings me to the next point I wanted to make. It is our opinion that it's very important to have a rooster if you have a few hens, because they protect, they watch out for the flock, they help keep predators at bay, and they're also just really good if you eventually want to breed. They're already used to having a rooster around, and we've just found it very helpful to have a rooster. We don't have any other roosters, we only have one, but I think the recommended ratio is one rooster for every 8 hens. Is that generally 8 to 10 hens? So we have 9, right? 9 hens now. So one rooster is sufficient for what we have, and he protects well and he does his job well. Yes.
One of the things is you don't want too many roosters per hens. You know, if you have 3 roosters and 6 or 7 hens, and they're all breeding, they are going to rip your hens apart with their claws.
Yeah, they can be pretty aggressive.
Yanking out feathers, and I'm in the process now of making saddles for our girls, because they're going to be, at least 4 of them are going to be laying and mature here pretty soon once Randy gets mature enough. So we're making saddles, which are just like cloth aprons for them to protect them during mating, so that the rooster's claws can't really tear them up.
Yep, and that's important to keep them safe. So we hope that helps you guys kind of get to see our rooster setup, or our chicken setup, and our coops, and then our rooster. On our next episode, we're going to actually introduce you to all of the hens. They're beautiful. There's multiple breeds, and we can't wait for you to meet them. They all have their own personalities, their own little quirks about them that we love to watch and engage with them. So we will share more with you on raising backyard chickens. Until next time, bye. Do it again.
Bye.